everybody. It's Sue Bonzel. I am interviewing today Ron Karp with Food for Thought. You probably have heard of this nonprofit. Been around for how many years now, Ron?
We've been around since 1988, so it's about 31, 32 years, something like that.
You've got some years under your belt. You kind of know what you're doing these days, right?
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Ron's here to tell us about the programs they have with Food for Thought, how things have changed in our current climate, whatever you want to call this, our COVID climate. So Ron, tell us what you're doing now.
Sure. Well, most people know that we started off as an HIV agency, and in 2014, we expanded our mission to serve people with other illnesses. And so that's what we've been doing since 2014. We've been serving our HIV clients and a steady increasing number of people with other problems like diabetes and heart condition. We've been serving an increasing number of homeless clients with a program that we started called Bags of Love, which provides very easy to transport 12 meals that are all, pop-top cans and things like that that are easy for homeless people to eat. We have a program that we created about a year and a half ago for people that are leaving the hospital that need nutrition support. That's called Welcome Home. And the most recent thing that we've created is our COVID-19 program to serve people that need nutrition support for that. So that's kind of what we do. Obviously, we've been greatly affected by the events of the last couple of months. When we saw what was brewing, we made some changes that we thought, like a three-level response plan to deal with what we would have to do. And we had to go from level 1 to something off the charts.
Right.
within about 2 weeks, So things have really shifted here, but the good news is that we figured out how to make things work. And we are no longer having volunteers inside the building because it's just impossible to keep it safe here. There's not enough room and there's just too many people coming and going. So we hired some additional staff and we simplified our systems, and we're serving clients who drive up in the parking lot so that we can have social distancing. And then the volunteers that still want to help are delivering our food all over the county. We serve the entire county, so some of these routes are pretty amazing. We've got people that drive all the way out to Sonoma and Cloverdale and Petaluma. So, it's been great just to keep it going and to get through all the distribution problems that we've had with getting food. And we're even getting, a lot of financial support. So there's a lot of things that are going well despite the challenges.
So I would imagine that the need has probably increased with where we are now. Do you have any numbers or, where it's like how much of an increase have you seen?
We're almost about to get our statistics from April. March was really tough to tell because it was a partial month. And what we know is that we've got more demand than we've ever had in the history of the agency, even during the height of the AIDS epidemic.
Wow.
So it's hard to put numbers to that, but we are serving the equivalent of over 5,000 meals a week, which is quite amazing. And we're just trying to ramp up as much as we can and meet that need. So a lot of this is about how much more can we do.
Right.
We have a kitchen program, and we're not using volunteers anymore there, but we have hired some extra staff for that, and we're producing way more food than we've ever produced before. So we have these wonderful, very hearty soups, which are more like a stew or a meal, as well as this new series of very healthy fresh salads that we're giving out. So there's just a lot of really great things that we're doing for our clients. On the other hand, there's not the kind of personalized service and personal contact that we've had in the past, which is what this agency has always really felt so good about, is that we serve people as individuals and everything's custom tailored and people have choice. we've had to do a little bit of streamlining. So we're giving people choice in the areas that really matter, like what kind of fruits and vegetables they get and what kind of meats or vegetarian proteins they get. But it has taken a lot away in terms of the personal contact. We have a lot of phone calls, of course, but not sitting across the counter working with a volunteer and getting that real close personal connection and support that you get.
Now, where do you primarily get your food from? Where does the food come from in order to serve these folks?
We have a number of wholesale vendors that we buy from. So there are commercial vendors that deliver to grocery stores, and some of them have delivered to restaurants. And then we buy fresh produce from Andy's every single day. And we get some things still donated. So we have routes where we go around and we get food from Whole Foods and a number of different places. We're getting fresh bread from a couple of different bakeries. So they're pretty much the same vendors, but we've really had to be creative in how we can get what we need when we want it, because everybody's always got some kind of shortage. One really cool thing that we've done is we give out a roll of toilet paper to every client every week, because
that is awesome.
you know,
that's the best thing.
Yeah. I know. You don't want people to have to go out to 4 or 5 different places just to find toilet paper. So we filled that need in really quickly.
Well, that's, you know what, very unique and obviously filling a need that is absolutely there. So that's pretty great. Now, you guys, like you said, you do accept donations from our community. I know normally you could have dropped those off there at your facility in Forestville. Is that correct? Are we still doing that?
We're sort of evaluating that right now. We are taking donations. We also are doing, we've had this extensive food drive program at local grocery stores, and we had to cancel that immediately when the first community transmission occurred, and that was a huge part of our food supply and cash donations. So we've created some ways to substitute for that. One of them is a virtual food drive, which you can donate on our website, and you can actually shop for the food that you want to give us, and then pay for us to buy it, and we buy it wholesale, so we get a lot more food that way. And our website address is fftfoodbank.org. That's Frank Tom. It's the initials of Food for Thought. So that's one way that people have helped. And then the other thing that we did is we were invited to come to Santa Rosa Mall a couple of weeks ago for a drive-by food drive where you don't even have to get out of your car and you can be really safe. So we asked people to go buy things for us and then come drop it off. And we're doing that again in Petaluma at the Petaluma Outlet Malls on Monday, May 18th. And that's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So anybody that's in Petaluma or wants to go to Petaluma, what we're asking people to do is buy hearty soup, peanut butter, and spaghetti sauce for us and drop it off. We take other things as well, but those are the things that seem to be the easiest for people to get and that are the most useful to our clients.
That's perfect. So this is the way that people can help out our community, help out your organization, get that food to the people who need it. So that's Monday, May 18th in Petaluma. Where in Petaluma again?
At the outlet malls, the Petaluma outlet malls that are over by the freeway. Yes. They're a little challenging to get to, but we've got maps on our website. They're not exactly accessible in the way that you might think, but if you know where they are, you'll always be able to find them.
Right, exactly.
And then, some of the things that people have been doing for us, which is incredibly useful, is making donations. So we had to cancel our gala event and these food drives, and within a few weeks of the coronavirus epidemic, we had basically lost close to $500,000 in revenue that we were hoping to get this year. I mean, we're not expecting to be able to recoup any of that for the rest of the year unless things really change dramatically. Wow. So if people want to make donations, they can make donations online. And we have gotten a lot of support. We've also gotten foundation support and emergency COVID support. So, you know, it's keeping us going. You never know what will happen in the future, but, you know, that's working so far.
This is true. We don't know what's going to happen. So, so everybody has an opportunity to continue to help and serve our community by donating, which would be great. Any you know, your food drive would be great. Monetary donations, obviously, keeping this amazing nonprofit going to continue to serve our community. Ron, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you so much for your interview.
Absolutely. Take care.